Hi, this is Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is the review of September's month ahead spread and daily draws, and a quick overview of what the month ahead spread was for last month. For what we leave behind, it was the Ace of Cups, which we leaving behind the beginning stages of connection of where we're taking things to the next step. We're unleashing our potential. We're not letting it rest at the beginning stage. Yes, there's still some way to go, but we're moving on from that initial seed, that initial spark, that initial connection, and we're developing it further. So we're not staying right at the very beginning stage. We're moving forward, still in an early stage, but we're not right at the very step one. We're going on to step 2 and 3, and so on. This is what we were to take forward was the 10 of Wands, and to me, this was the need to re-examine our responsibilities and the things that we carry, the things that we take upon ourselves, the responsibilities that are necessary, but also responsibilities that we take onto ourselves that we don't necessarily have to or should do. And sometimes we don't see it. We need to reflect. You see, it's revealed here in the reflection of the mirror, but her face here is not looking at the mirror. We need to look and see what kind of things that we're carrying, and maybe work out a way of carrying these things better. For the outer focus, we had the Three of Wands, which was about the anticipation of growth, of results, from the energies that we've put into things, and we're expectant, we're waiting, but we're confident that we've put the energy in and we're going to get something back. That's where our focus is, on what's coming into our lives from the air, as a result of the energy we've put in to bring about these things. The inner focus was the Two of Cups here, which was about developing those inner connections further. Interesting that it follows on from the Ace. So the focus is taking it to the next step, making it deepening relationships, both with others and connecting with ourselves as well. Self-connection, self-awareness, reflection, and all that's involved in that, including perhaps reflecting on the weight and the responsibilities and the things that we carry that perhaps we should need to re-examine. And then finally, the general energy of the month was the Six of Cups, which is the nostalgia card. It's the past. It's the card of the past. It's the childhood card. It's the childhood fun and simplicity. And yes, there may be issues to do with the past, dealing with memories and things like that. But and obviously with the caveat that we don't, we have a trip down memory lane, but we don't actually buy a house and live there. It's only a temporary thing. We're supposed to live in the here and now. But I think the general energy was more to do with the childlike fun of life, our enjoyment of life and experiences we have in life. Put some fun into what we're doing. And that seemed to be the everything else, was, yes, there's work to be done. There's connections to build and things to develop, potential to develop further, and that'll mean more work, more energy, growth is coming. But we've got to put some enjoyment into the process to keep our motivation going and to keep ourselves inspired. So that's what I took from the month ahead spread, and on the whole, from my point of view, it seemed to be very much apt for the month of things I experienced. And I don't know about you, but I certainly felt a little shift, a little bit of growth. Yes, still the early stages of things. looking at, making sure we don't put too much upon ourselves, that kind of being fair in our expectations. That's what we're taking forward of what we have to do. Yes, there are things we need to do, things that are necessary and that are our responsibility that we need to fulfill, but there are other things that we have a choice in, and we choose, and we should only allow upon ourselves what is right at the time, and find ways of carrying those responsibilities perhaps more effectively. So, as far as the daily draws were concerned, we'll do the statistics of, we had a sword card 3 times in the month. So a sword card came out 3 times. A wands card came out 10 times. Obviously, you could have in that 10, you could have 7 different cards, and one card come out 3 times, etc. Which we'll get back to in a short while. A Cups card came out 5 times. There were no Pentacle cards that came out in the month. Interesting. Make of that what you will. And there were a Major card came out 12 times. So it was mainly wands and majors, really, that were the big two. Now, we always look at, did any of these cards come out in the daily draws? Any of the cards in this month ahead spread also come out in the daily draws? And in fact, yes, they did. The Ace of Cups came out twice. The Three of Wands came out 3 times. So that's what I'm saying. You might have had 7 different Wands cards, but then you had the Three of Wands came out 3 times to make up that 10 Wands cards. So that's what I was referring to. And this came out 3 times. This was very important about expecting the growth and results from the energy we're putting in. That seemed to be a very highly stressed during the month. And this one, the general energy of the month, the Six of Cups, this came out once, but it came out to remind us to have some fun in the midst of what we're doing. Yes, it can be hard work. Yes, it can be tough at times, but we're supposed to enjoy the process, to keep motivated, to keep inspired, and to put some fun into it, and to create some enjoyable memories to look back on in the future. That's what the energy was for that. So really, I think for last month, it was about reevaluating things, preparing for growth, getting ready to receive growth, like anticipating further growth, moving on from the beginning stage, developing the potential of the opportunities that we have at the moment and what the universe is bringing to us. Yes, we may still be in the early stages with some things, but we're moving on. We're moving forward. And this was about how to do so effectively and with confidence, and once again, with a sense of enjoyment about what we're doing. And that, I believe, sums up the review of last month's month ahead spread and daily draws. And that seemed to be, to me, to match the energy I was feeling during the month. How about you? So there we have it. There's the review of the September spread and daily draws. So thank you very much for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.